Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be ranking all 18 of the showcases for Twilight of the Republic in terms of aesthetics. Now, just quickly, I just want to say that getting literally any of these beauties is incredible. Don't let me dissuade you if you manage to get any of these showcases. This video is just meant for a fun discussion on the art of Star Wars Unlimited, so let me know down below what's your favorite, what's your least favorite. Did I get anything wrong? I respond to every comment I can, and I love reading them. So now, here we go. Starting from worst to first, what's the worst showcase for set 3, Twilight of the Republic? Number 18, Sensing Darkness, Yoda. Okay, so there had to be a loser on this list, and I do 100% believe that Yoda is the card that should be in this spot. There's just not a lot going on, and what is there to say? We got a cartoon looking Yoda with a super basic background. Like, I think this is Yoda's battle with Palpatine in Revenge of the Sith. Like, far out. What is there even to say about this one? Just evokes no emotion. Personally, I would just stick with the hyperspace of the original card, to be honest. At least we only have better cards coming up after this. Number 17, Sticking the Landing, Quinlan Voss. Oh man, look, I'm very sorry to the 4 Quinlan Voss fans out there for putting the big fella this low. There's just not that much to say here. We don't get much for this showcase. He doesn't even look like he's landing, as he's just standing in a defensive position. It's not like he's crouching or. Alright, look. I probably am thinking about this card more than the artist even did at this point. It's just so generic. And that background, it's just kind of boring. Like, this is just a showcase of mediocrity. Now, to move on with a high note, I like that Voss was chosen as a leader for the game. There's just nothing exciting about this showcase in particular. Number 16, Snips, Ahsoka Tano. Okay, firstly, I swear I like green lightsaber wielders. There's not some secret prejudice or anything. Qui-Gon Jinn is my second favorite lightsaber wielder of the series. But here we have a Padawan Ahsoka doing a bit of a pose. I think Ahsoka's a great character, but at this point, I don't know. Number 16 is on this list is absolutely where she belongs. Just not too much to say about this one either. Number 15, Techno Union Foreman, Wat Tambor. Okay, let's get it out of the way. This is the beginning of showcases getting good, and this fella is the best of the worst. Wat is a bit of a glup shitto type of character, but the art itself has great shadows, and him holding his steam handly thing portrays everything you'd want from what this character brings to the Star Wars universe in general. Rejoice, Wat Tambor fans. The Techno Union Foreman misses the bottom 3. Number 14, Unparalleled Adversary, Asajj Ventress. It kind of pains me to put Asajj this low. With some of the great moments of Clone Wars under her belt and an absolutely iconic voice, who doesn't love this bald beauty? But focusing on just the showcase now, I'm loving the shadows and reds of the card, but overall it just leaves something to be desired. Like, that face doesn't look overly angry, it just slightly looks inconvenienced or something. It's really hard to tell what she's thinking here, but I'll make it very clear what I'm thinking, alright? Asajj is getting 14th on this list. Number 13, the patient mentor, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Mullet Obi-Wan. Nice. Just feels like this one could have been a lot more toward the first place of this list if we had the classic hello there scene, or if he was actually mentoring Anakin like it says on the card. Anyway, look, I mean, the tagline is patient mentor, but we just have him facing down Dooku in episode 2, I believe. This is a nice showcase. Just other arts on this list are just better in my humble opinion. Number 12, Vindictive Viceroy Nute Gunray. Okay, you know I've got to say it. This is getting out of hand. Now there is two of them. I love the art style and colors of this showcase. And I feel like characterization of Nute here is perfect. He looks like he's slimily rubbing his hands together. You can just imagine him just trying to get away in some kind of cowardly dispute. Listen, honestly, from here on out, we have some very good showcases coming up. I just couldn't put this guy any closer towards the high quality showcases, but this is still a great one. Number 11, Pursuing the Throne, Pre Vizsla. This card is great. The light coming from his ceiling and shining over his hunched over stance. Another Darksaber cameo for Star Wars Unlimited showcases. Pre's kind of looking like a spitting image of Crosshair. And like, I think his standard card actually captures his facial structure a little bit better. He honestly just looks like a clone of like a Fett here, you know what I mean? But still, it's a great showcase that just barely didn't make it into the top 10. Number 10, fighting for his brothers, Captain Rex. What comes to your mind when you think Captain Rex? Or more specifically, what kind of armor is Rex wearing in your head? When I think Captain Rex, I immediately think of his custom Phase 2 helmet welded from both of his helmets during the Clone Wars. Maybe you think of an old, fat, bearded veteran who roams the desert with his battle brothers on a big walking junk barge. Personally, that one's my favorite. Now, what I'm trying to get at here is that P1 Rex is a pretty cool fella that has a showcase with great colors and overall a great silhouette. This is a great showcase, and that's why I think it cracks the top 10. Number 9, what it takes to win. Anakin Skywalker. The chosen one is finally here in Star Wars Unlimited. How great is that? Plus, he's got a very slick showcase that shows just looks pretty great in general, you know. Is the background of this card meant to be Umbara? Like, I don't think it is due to the fact that he's wearing his Jedi robes and not his armor. I think it's very cool that his standard card is cartoon style, and the showcase is a bit of a more realistic Episode 3 Anakin. Like, if honestly, if they made the Anakin and Obi-Wan showcases to have them like side by side, I admit they would both be at equal number one, I think. But here we are, exactly halfway through this list. Still, a great showcase. Just want a little bit more here, I think. If you're enjoying the video so far and excited to see the rest of these showcases, then why not subscribe? I've made a list on the other two sets of Star Wars Unlimited, and I will be continuing to make these videos into the future on this channel. Now, number 8, the Clone Engineer Nala Se. This showcase is ominous. It took me a while to realize this leader was actually a villain, but with this showcase, it is very transparent. The shadows covering Nala's face with the clone on the backbench makes for some great atmosphere that we just don't have with other showcases on this list. Plus, I admit, I love when the showcase's colors match the aspect color of the leader. This is a great and very interesting showcase. Awesome card. Number 7, Serving the Republic, Padme Amidala. This showcase has a truly bizarre art style that maybe looks a bit better in person. I really love the diplomatic approach for Padme in this showcase. Compared to the showcase in the worst end of this list that features a single subject just like standing there looking at us, we have Padme addressing the council here with Gregor Typho by her side and the iconic handmaiden as well in the background. I honestly love this showcase. This is a really good one. Number 6, a rival in the darkness, Maul. Here's Maul. And let's be honest here. It would have been impossible for Maul to have a bad showcase, I think. He's such a well-beloved fan favorite. So Maul is here hunched over while receiving blaster fire in what seems like a Mandalore-style building with those noticeable tall windows in the background. Just look at the colors of this showcase. With the dark shades of grey and the dominant reds over the card, this is easily one of the nicest cards in the entirety of Star Wars Unlimited. And if this is your number one, I totally wouldn't blame you. Incredible stuff. Plus, this is actually the same artist as Padme's showcase, so she does great quality stuff. Very cool. Number 5, Vapid Form Master Mace Windu. Mace Windu has been in Star Wars Unlimited since the first set, but here we have his leader finally. And man, this showcase was worth the wait. The likeness and purple and red tones make this one incredible. Plus that stern look. Incredible stuff, honestly. Set in what looks like Palpatine's office and with a big emphasis on his iconic purple lightsaber, this is definitely worthy of cracking the top 5 of this best showcases list. Number 4, Face of the Conspiracy Count Dooku. A perfect example of Count Dooku's smug look of superiority here. We have the Count looks-maxing, mogging us, if you will, in the Geonosis arena, surrounded by B2 battle droids. It's funny how much love Attack of the Clones is receiving in this set, even though it certainly isn't the best movie of the Star Wars canon. Nonetheless, the Count takes the 4th spot This is a very, very cool showcase. Number 3, General of the Droid Army's General Grievous. The orange tones in this card, far out. Look, still so happy that these starter set leaders are receiving showcases, and even though Ahsoka truly isn't the best, this one certainly is, you know what I mean? Like, look, Grievous is taking the third spot, looking over the B1s at work in a separatist capital ship. This is showcases at its best, I think, showing a leader actually leading with great colors, tones, and composition. This one is a real beauty. It's a great one. Number 2, playing both sides, Chancellor Palpatine. Easily the most unique leader of the entire set. This one was so close to being number 1. Here we have a leader that can't be deployed, so instead we get a super unique double landscape showcase showing the two faces of Chancellor Palpatine. When I first heard about this card, I was dying to see what this showcase would look like, and I truly believe it doesn't disappoint. So on the Chancellor side of the showcase, we have Sheev standing at his curved office window looking over Coruscant's beautiful skyline. Washed in a warm red sunset, his face shows his true intentions that lie under his public facade. And then when you flip this leader, you get a completely different piece of art to enjoy. His flip side shows a droid projecting the hologram of the evil Darth Sidious, set in complete darkness with just enough details to add some depth to the size of the room. Now, we don't need to see who the Sith Lord is being protected to, since he's playing both sides, you know what I mean? This guy is single-handedly responsible for the Twilight of the Republic. This is honestly such an amazing showcase, and I could imagine it being incredibly sought after due to the uniqueness of this great card. Now, have you been paying attention? Think you know who is going to be number 1 on this list? Well, let's check out the number 1 showcase of Twilight of the Republic. Number 1, Concealing the Conspiracy, Jango Fett. There has been a Fett leader in every set so far. Boba Fett in his Bounty Hunter Prime in set 1. Crime boss Daimyo Boba in set 2. And now we have the father of all clones, Jango Fett. Now, when I saw the list of all the leaders, I wouldn't have guessed that Jango would be number 1 on this list, but goddamn, here we are. Flying through the rain of Kamino over the Slave One, firing at Obi-Wan Kenobi, this card is easily the most beautiful of the entire set. And that's really saying something, considering that this set had some incredible showcases, let's be real. Frankly, I could just look at this showcase all day. Like, look at all the detail. I really can't do it justice. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this video covering all the showcases in Twilight of the Republic. Now, when you see this video, I'll actually be in Hong Kong. I've got some cards on the way, and at the end of November, I'll be opening a bunch of packs with my girl, which you'll be able to see if you keep it locked to the Cow Paints channel. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.